Happy 4th of July! I'm frustrated. It's that, super patriotic day where we light fireworks and sparklers, wave flags, and pretend everyone in this country is free! Well, let's be real, a whole lot of people don't feel very free right now. It depends on who you ask, right? Because freedom that people feel, well, it's sort of selective. It's conditional, and it's absolutely not for everyone. Shut up, Carrie. Shut up. Let's start with the big, beautiful bill that just passed. I'm frustrated. It's kicking people out of this country at record speed while simultaneously being celebrated by the same people who constantly shout from the rooftops that they're Christians. You know, the religion that's based on loving your neighbor and helping the stranger and caring for the poor. Jesus would be flipping some tables over this shit. Somehow, deporting families and gutting support for the poor that's the new form of Christian values, right? I think I must have missed that sermon. I stopped going to church a long time ago. I hate to bring this up on a video that's already so exciting and heartfelt, but I saw something the other day about an 11-year-old girl, a US citizen recovering from a rare brain tumor. Yeah, she got deported, her and her family, and 4 of her siblings, 3 of whom were also US citizens, on her way to a checkup.
56 past the hour, Donald Trump's immigration crackdown has resulted in a U.S. citizen girl with brain cancer and her 4 U.S. citizen siblings all deported with their undocumented parents when they were on their way to an emergency medical appointment.
On your way to a doctor to get care, yeah, that's a good time to get deported. If hell is real, you people are going to it. Also, I posted this on my Instagram story the other day. ICE arrested a 6-year-old boy with leukemia at immigration court. His family is suing. And at first, I didn't even know if I believed this, so I asked ChatGPT. And yeah, the claim is true. They arrested a fucking 6-year-old with leukemia. Cool. WWJD, y'all. Again, the hell that I don't believe in is getting real hot for some people out there.
Migrants trying to earn legal status in the U.S. are required to attend a series of court hearings. But more and more frequently, these court appearances are becoming targets for ICE. Last month, a mother and her 2 children, originally from Honduras, were detained in the hallway after their immigration hearing in Los Angeles. One of those children, a 6-year-old boy with leukemia. He has a 9-year-old sibling. The family is currently being held in Texas and is now suing the administration over their arrest.
They waited to enter the United States lawfully. When they crossed into the United States, they were paroled in, meaning that the Department of Homeland Security determined that the family was not a danger to the community and not a flight risk. The Department of Homeland Security moved to close their cases. The judge granted that motion. As the family stepped out of the courtroom, there were men waiting for them dressed in civilian clothing. It is terrifying to immigrant communities who are trying to do everything right. The little girl and the little boy cry every night and pray to God for God to let them out of the detention center. The 9-year-old has lost her appetite. The 6-year-old barely eats.
So I'm sitting here editing this, and I added more of these clips for context than I originally had planned for because I just feel like it points out this complete loss of humanity. I'm gonna go back into the other me that was kind of in a little bit more of a high-spirited tone, but I did want to add this because it highlights the just absurd hypocrisy that so many people who claim to be Christians have, and it is depressing. Okay. Gotta love that Christian love. And with this big, beautiful pile of bullshit that just passed, Medicaid got taken away from 17 million people. Can you conceptualize that? People are gonna start feeling this real soon.
Over 50,000 Americans will die unnecessarily due to the massive cuts to Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act.
Oh, and you know what? While we're at it, let's take a bunch of those food stamps too. We don't need it. What was that about feeding the hungry? Just let them eat cake. Kids don't need food stamps. They don't even know how to send mail yet. But what about the children? Think of the children! The Republicans cry all of the fucking time. We're pro-life, but it stops at birth, Can't regulate those guns either because school shootings are less important than my rights. My rights that I'm happy to take away from everybody else. You want to choose what you want to do with your body or marry who you love? I don't give a shit. Take that right away. Frustrating. I'm frustrated. We're pro-life. We're pro you having a really shitty life. We're gonna cut Medicaid and slash healthcare for millions because we love life. And pregnant women, hey, you don't want that baby or something goes wrong, you're having a miscarriage, well, tough shit. Hope you make it out alive. If you want more context on that, please watch my last video. I spent a long time talking about this. Forced birth, no support, and good luck feeding your kids once they're here. All right, pro-life. Pro-life and freedom. But again, like what freedom where? For who? Unless you're a billionaire or like a straight white man in power, or a corporation, I guess. This country doesn't give a shit about your freedom. Or your freedom to even breathe clean air. You know, we're on a dying planet too. And instead of protecting it there, just fast tracking a path to destruction, as fast as we can get there. For profit, you know, because clean air, we don't need water, clean water. That big, beautiful bullshit bill repealed clean air standards. We don't need those. We don't need to regulate. That's fine. Oh, and it cut green energy incentives, because who wants to be motivated to help the planet? And we removed environmental review waivers because I'm sure it's fine. Sweet. What does that mean, really? It doesn't really do anything. It means fewer emission controls, less support for renewable energy, and greater risks for unvetted projects harming the ecosystem. Oh, okay. Well, frustrating. And here's the part that really makes me lose it. Trump and crew sold a fantasy. They promised they'd help the working people. We're gonna lower the price of eggs. The eggs cut costs, save you money. And now billionaires are gonna just get all those tax cuts. And who's gonna pay for it? Well, you are. Because these are more expensive, and now you're also gonna pay thousands and thousands more to the IRS. Yay! But hey, he owned the libs, right? Oh, sick burn. Worth it.
This bill would provide a $664 billion tax break to the top 1% at a time when the top 1% already own more wealth than the bottom 93%. This bill makes the obscenely rich, the oligarchs, even richer, while attacking the most basic needs of working families and the most vulnerable people in our society.
Independence Day. Yay. Really quick, side note, let me be very clear. This is not about the troops. I do respect the people who serve. My grandfather was a World War II veteran. This has nothing to do with not respecting the sacrifices people have made. But I am pissed off about our government. Loving this country does not mean blindly worshiping the government. I feel like criticizing injustice and bad moves, I feel like that is patriotic. And if your freedom and independence, it depends on somebody else losing theirs, that's not freedom. Honey, that's control. So yeah, happy Independence Day. Where's my flag? Happy Independence Day. Light your fireworks, wave your flags, and grill your burgers. Hell, that's what I'm gonna be doing with my kids. They're 1 and 3. They don't need to hear about all this right now. They'll learn all about it one day. I'm gonna raise them to be very good people. But for now, fireworks. We're gonna look at the pretty sparklers, goddammit, and I'm gonna tell them it's because I have magical powers. We like to pretend in this household. But for all of you, y'all should not pretend. Do not pretend we're the freest country in the whole world. Women are dying, immigrants are being thrown out in the most horrific ways. Our planet's on fire and our working class is drowning. But yeah, let's celebrate that freedom. 4th of July freedom. Horrific deportation, but hey, we love Jesus, the same Jesus that said to love your neighbor. Care for the poor, welcome the stranger. Feed the hungry. But instead we're cutting Medicaid. Yeah. So pro-life, we're gonna let people die. So pro-freedom that we're gonna take away your bodily autonomy and call it values. So concerned for the unborn, but once the baby is here, good luck. No health care, no food assistance, no decent education. And then the very air that we breathe on this earth, if you wanna protect it, that is just a radical concept. Waste of money. It's just not, it doesn't feel like freedom today. It doesn't feel like independence. It feels like, I don't know, a big pile of hypocrisy bullshit with a sparkler sticking out of it. And that's all I gotta say about that. Happy 4th.
I happen not to be active in organized religion, not my thing. But I have read the Bible. And this is what Jesus said, and I quote, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me." End of quote. That, my friends, is what morality is all about.